my name's Erica, travel occupational therapist, and today we're going to talk about the 6 life hacks to not being lonely on the road. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I want to say that I've been a travel therapist for 3 years and I still get lonely. I still get that feeling. It usually happens about 3 to 4 weekends into a contract where I have a weekend free and I have all these fun things I want to do, and I look around and I don't have anyone to call and hang out with. I don't have anyone that can walk up to the street and go to that parade or go get on a boat or do whatever it is. I have people that I can call just to talk to and see how they're doing, but I don't have anyone to just go and hang out with and talk about recent events. So I still get that feeling, but know that that goes away. That's not forever. It's for a very short period of time, and there's definitely things that we can do to mitigate that. Another point that I want to touch on regarding that is a piece of advice that someone gave me once that was really helpful for me in doing this as a travel therapist. And that was, it was a counselor that I had, and she had said, Erica, you can't have everything and have it all at once. So whatever path you choose, you're going to have all of the good things from that path and all of the bad things from that path at the same time, and you have to accept both. And that kind of struck me as like, yeah, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be everything. There's going to be the downside of it as well, which for a lot of us is loneliness. Like for me, that's the number one thing, is not having that sense of community, which is super important to me. So these are the 6 things that I do in order to not feel lonely on the road. Number 1, get excited. Make a travel adventure list. As soon as I get an assignment, as soon as I get it confirmed, the first thing that I do is I hit Google, I grab my laptop, and I start making a list of all of the things that I can do at that assignment that I couldn't do anywhere else. I put about 30 things on it, and that is my bucket list for that area. So I can't leave that area until I've marked all of the things off of that list. Now, for me, that list consists of any weird thing that I can do there and I can't do anywhere else, because that's what I'm into. Like here, there's a house that's built on a sideways foundation. And so when people stand at it, it looks like gravity's messed up, which is stupid. But I just think it's so weird and funny, and people go see that and do that. So I want to go see it and do it. If you're into hiking, if you're into biking, if you're into beer tasting, whatever it is that you're into, put it on your list and go to that brewery. Be very specific. What boat tour are you going on? What beer tour are you going on? Which trail are you going to hike? Be very specific. And that way, when it comes time to do it, you don't have to stop and do the research then. It's already on your list. You can wake up on Saturday morning and just hit the road and start doing it. So that is the first thing. The second thing that I recommend doing as soon as you get to an assignment is to go establish yourself in that community. And what I mean by that is you're going to have certain things that you need to do on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, in order to feel good and be integrated into the community. So I recommend going and establishing those things as soon as you get there, day 1. And this is what I mean by that. I mean, driving around the town, and if you go to the library, find the library, go get a library card, find your grocery store, figure out where you're gonna do your shopping, where are you gonna get your gas? Do you do yoga every week? Go find your yoga studio and take your first class. Get your package signed up for the rest of the time that you're there. Whatever things you're going to need, a dentist visit, a doctor's visit, those things are going to take time to get established into. So as soon as you get there, schedule a doctor's appointment, schedule a dentist's appointment, get yourself integrated into the community and familiar with all of the places that you're going to need to go during your assignment. The third thing that I recommend doing is go make friends at work. Work's a perfect place. There's going to be perm people there. There's going to be travelers there. And the travelers are a lot of the time, they're going to be open to making friends. I actually have a funny story about this. My very first assignment was in Yuma, Arizona, and I was the only traveler there, but there were 2 travelers that were going to start right after I started a week later. And I was so excited for them to get there because in my head I thought, oh, other travelers, those are going to be my friends. Those 2 people are going to be my people, and that's who I'm going to have to hang out with for the 6-month contract. And so they got there, and they were actually a couple, and not only were they a couple, they wanted nothing to do with me. Like, they could not have been farther from being my friends. So, I mean, you have to take that with a grain of salt and recognize that you might meet cool people at work and you might not. And if you don't, it's okay, because there's other things that you can do to meet friends and have fun on the road. Okay. So the 4th thing that I would recommend doing, and another resource for making friends, is get online, use apps. Go on Bumble. You can go on Bumble for dating. There's Bumble BFF to make friends. Try meetup.com. If you're not familiar with it, that is an app where people get together that have similar interests and they go out and do that together. There's meetups for single women, or for Jeep clubs, or for people that like to shoot rifles. I don't know, I haven't done that, but I'm assuming that there is a club for people that like to shoot rifles. And if you're one of them, you can go with them. The 5th thing that I recommend doing is going on tours. Sign up for a boat tour, sign up for a hiking tour, a biking tour, whatever it is. You're gonna meet mostly other, people traveling on vacation, but also you might make friends with the tour guide. I do that all the time, and usually they're cool, outdoorsy people, and they're just fun to hang out with, and you get invited to different stuff. So that's definitely something to try. The 6th thing that you can think about doing is travel with a friend. Have a friend that's also a therapist or that's a nurse travel with you, and see if you guys can find assignments together. There's lots of travel couples that aren't in a romantic relationship, they're in a friendship. Or if you're dating someone and they're perm, see if they want to go take some travel assignments with you. I mean, it could be fun on the road. It will definitely be less lonely if you have a partner with you. Another variation of that is get a pet. Get a pet and take a pet with you. There are lots of housing situations that will allow for pets because there's so many of us that have them. I'm not one of them. I'm not a pet person, but if I did, I would still not have a problem finding housing, I think. So to recap, there are 6 life hacks that you can do to make your life less lonely on the road as a travel therapist. 1, I want you to make an adventure list and stick to it. Try to accomplish all of those things while you're on assignment. 2, I want you to integrate yourself into the community as soon as you get there. Set up doctor's appointments, go get yourself a library card, figure out where you're going to do your grocery shopping, and then you're already there and comfortable and established in the community. 3, make friends at work. Make friends with your neighbors. 4, make friends online. There's tons of apps you can use, and there are tons of Facebook groups that you can check out. I'm a moderator on a Facebook page called Travel Therapy Therapist. That is an awesome resource for connecting with people and asking questions and figuring out things that you're maybe not so comfortable with. But you can also find people to hang out with on there. I do it every assignment. 5, go out on tours, start on your adventure list. Just get out there and start doing stuff. It's not lonely if you're busy. And my 6th recommendation is to find someone to travel with you. You can travel with your spouse who is a non-therapist, or find another therapist who's a friend that wants to go on an adventure with you. There's tons of positions that are that have 2 slots to fill, and then you'll always have someone to do something with. Likewise, if you don't have a friend that can go with you, get a pet and take them on the road. Then you'll always have someone to go be outside with. And also, I feel like people just talk to other people that have pets with them. I think it's sort of a thing, right? Like big, handsome guys look at a little tiny dog for girls to come talk to them. I think that's a thing. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. If it was helpful for you, click like below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click subscribe. I'll also be posting travel therapy jobs every week for you to keep up to date on the high-paying positions or positions that are in really cool locations. Anyway, like those are my 6 tips for not being lonely on the road. I feel like I am messing this up. I'm going to start that over again.